So you said you'd wake up early to meditate, but the bed is so warm and the day is long and the silence feels pointless at this moment, but you know that meditation's good for you. And even though you know that, it's not enough to keep you coming back. If you want your practice to last, you're going to need something deeper, something more personal, and something true. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Dose. I'm Dr. Lance Garrison. I'm a licensed psychologist specializing in health psychology and behavioral medicine, and I'm dean for the College of Professional Psychology at the Chicago School. So let's be honest. It's hard enough to get out of bed on a cold morning, harder still to get out of bed and just sit and do nothing, to be still, to just meditate. It's nearly impossible to commit to a daily meditation practice without having a very real reason for doing it. Not just a vague idea that meditation is good, not just because you read something about it in a book or saw someone on Instagram doing it, but a reason that's yours, that lives close to the core of who you are as a person. Now, in traditional cultures, meditation wasn't all that unusual. It was the norm. The whole society supported it as a path to clarity or compassion and the end of suffering. The culture itself gave people a vision, a purpose, a shared understanding of why one would even sit in stillness each day. But in our Western mainstream, let's face it, there's just not a ton of support for this kind of personal discipline because we live in a culture that values productivity over presence, distraction over depth. So it's no surprise that a practice that's rooted in non-doing and effort without production can feel out of place and even indulgent. But without a vision, meditation becomes just another thing we mean to do but don't. We tell ourselves we'll start tomorrow, we'll do it when we're less busy, we'll do it when we're better rested, we'll do it when life calms down a little bit, but life rarely does. So if you want this practice to be a part of your life, and not just now and then, but as a true path that you walk every day, you gotta have a vision. Not someone else's vision, but your vision. A vision that's honest and rooted in your values and tenacious enough to show up even when you don't feel like it. Because this isn't about becoming some idealized better version of yourself, not more calm, not more compassionate, not more zen. This is about staying in contact with what matters most to you, even when it's hard, even when you're tired, restless, angry, or overwhelmed. Because the real growth often happens in the places that we least want to look. And the practice of mindfulness will take you right into those places, the ones you've defended against, the ones you don't want to even admit are there. And that's why a romantic notion of meditation won't last. That's why doing it because it's good for you doesn't hold up. That's why it can't just be a habit or a performance. It has to be a living expression of your vision, a reflection of what you care about most deeply, a way of being that manifests your values not when it's easy, but in the everyday heat and reactivity of life. If you say you value love, are you embodying it? If you believe in compassion, does it show up in how you treat yourself? If you believe in clarity, non-harming, patience, and generosity, do these values actually live in your daily actions? Because these are the first principles that help keep your practice alive. Every single day is an opportunity to reconnect with your vision, to renew your intention, to remember why this matters to you. Mindfulness isn't something that we achieve. It's something that we live into, one breath, one moment, one choice at a time. So before you sit tomorrow, ask yourself why. Not just once, but do it every day. Let your vision guide you. Let your values ground you. Let your practice be the quiet and steady embodiment of who you truly are. Until next time, be well.